Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. We got a great chill Friday for you today. I'm excited because Converge Media, we have been on the ground, y'all, pounding the pavement, hitting up some phenomenal events that have been occurring over the last couple of weeks. And I'm really excited that I got to not only be there in support of these amazing events, but also participate in some special ways that you will see. So I'm glad that I'll get to showcase some of these events for you on this Chill Friday. Of course, it is the top of the show, so it's a great time to tag and share the stream. Go ahead and share it with folks who you feel could benefit from a daily dose of dopeness right here on the Day with Trae. If you can't watch us, don't worry. We got you covered. You can listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network and the Day with Trae. You'll find me on whichever podcast platform is your favorite. Well, this first event is really exciting. It was actually my first year participating and going to this event. And we are talking about Reign of Style, the hair show. Now, this hair show, it was celebrating its 10th year, y'all. And there were so many amazing community members in attendance, dope businesses. I cannot wait to showcase some of the connections I was able to make there with some of the phenomenal vendors who are doing amazing things and have amazing products. So I'm excited because for me, this was not only a chance to be in community, but a chance to really celebrate Black culture. When we think about hair shows and being able to showcase the talent, it goes beyond the Black community. And that's what Reign of Style showcased as they uplifted so many different students. They had the whole Watch Me Work section, and then you had the full-on main stage, y'all. It was definitely a show to remember. I'm so glad I was in attendance. Y'all check out Reign of Style 2024.
Hey everybody, this is Aisha Ellis-Nassim, your producer of the Reign of Style. Welcome to the show. Had our 10th annual Reign of Style hair competition and show. We started the show out with our live Watch Me Work category, where we had student barbers, locticians, braiders, licensed barbers. So our live Watch Me Work is very entertaining. You actually get to sit there up close and see how these stylists actually come up with these creative designs for their stylists. It's just a great opportunity for them to showcase just how talented they are.
Watch Me Work is just so intense. So you got the barbers just doing their thing as people are literally watching them work. What's better to have the bragging rights of Seattle, the Northwest, that you're the dopest barber in the town, you know what I'm saying? So when I tell you they are like going head to head, clipper to clipper, blade to blade, baby, they over there going crazy. You also got the makeup, the esthetician. So this is not only hair, this is cosmetology as a whole. Skin, makeup, textures, clipping, all the things. So you got the makeup battle that's going on. I seen butterflies, I seen blending, I seen jawbones, contour, all the things, y'all. So make sure y'all tap in for years to come.
Main show started at 4 o'clock, and that show is where we have salons that actually compete for a $1,000 prize.
Men's competition of hair and beauty, y'all. So you're gonna see, I seen futuristic looks, I seen movie looks, so they're all coming out, they're doing their thing. It's not just about the hair, it's about the presentation, it's about the confidence, it's about the walk, it's about the story. And you got these people that's coming and building a whole story on the main stage, also to take it home bragging rights to say they are the dope hair production studio in the 206, y'all.
Today was just amazing. We had over 25 vendors in here, lots of local vendors, blessed and thankful, just so many vendors from the community. I would love for people to be able to take away just community from this experience, to take away opportunity to connect with each other, to feel like the city still offers wonderful events for everyone to come to where they know that they will enjoy themselves. Just to keep supporting us, like this is our 10th year and we plan to stay around. We need stylists, we need barbers, we need makeup artists to actually compete in the show. Not just come to the show to view, actually compete in the show, be a part of the show, and then look out for our main awards that's coming up, which is our Community Choice nominations that's happening in the month of March.
Whoa, y'all. I'm telling you, huge shout out to Aisha Ellis-Asim, the creator of Reign of Style, and she's been holding it down for all of these years with some phenomenal folks. As y'all saw, we saw Coach Giggs in the building hosting. There was some phenomenal talent that was displayed, and many of you know that we had a Reign of Style full week takeover right here on the Day with Trae, where I got to connect with some of those amazing stylists that showcased their work there on the main stage. And I got to give a huge shout out to the winner, Salon Shay, Mashea Pollard. Congratulations. The Dune theme, y'all, was epic. I can see exactly what she was talking about here in the Black Media Matter studios on the Day with Trae during that week of takeover for Reign of Style, when she said, look, I've been building up some ideas for quite some time, and it came through so effortlessly, y'all. But it also was a real showcasing of how much energy and effort it takes to pull together a full theme on the stage. I got to give my girl Aisha Luster a huge shout out too. It was her first year. She did great, and I'm telling y'all, you know, they came out with their hoodies on. She had a whole futuristic alien theme. It was so dope to see in person. Loved the exploration of creativity and to be able again to dive in with our community members in a sense of Black culture. They showcased so many different levels of talent. There was a plethora of ethnic groups in the building, really showcasing that, hey, we all can get in on the fun and creativity when it comes to styling hair. There was a whole barber competition. They killed it. I'm telling you, it was just phenomenal to be in the building with all of those folks who were pouring into this effort. And anytime you can be enjoying a show and also go around and buy products, y'all count me in, because I'm there for it. Definitely walked away with several bags because I love supporting our vendors when they do all that hard work to set up their booths, put all the products out, share with you how they're selling products, why they chose these products. It was phenomenal time all around. So I'm so glad that Converge Media was in the building. Well, up next after this break, y'all, I get to dive in to Malcolm X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X, the opening night at Seattle Opera. Stay tuned after this short break. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Big Tobacco thinks they know everything. They think they know you, your community, the places you go, and the way that you spend your time. They think they got you all figured out, down to a formula, a calculation based off of numbers of what they think they know. Show them they're wrong. Learn more at theythinktheyknowyou.org.
Seattle Opera presents X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X. The story of one of the most misunderstood figures in U.S. history comes to McCaw Hall for an exceptional night at the opera. Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Anthony Davis produces an American classic with influences from classical music, jazz, pop, blues, and more. Don't miss X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X, February 24th through March 9th at McCaw Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Africatown Plaza is our latest affordable housing development project. It's 126 units of affordable housing over community commercial space.
It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this for 10 years, that I was able to design for people who look like me.
Africatown Plaza is a beacon of hope.
Africatown Plaza is a love letter to the community.
Hello, welcome to Elite Insights with Carlos Imani. We're looking to offer an in-depth look at event production industry through the lens of client experiences and joint successes. The podcast will emphasize guest interviews, focusing on client, discussing their fields, and reflecting on their collaboration with Elite Collective. Again, you're with Elite Insights. Carlos Imani here. See you guys in a few.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. We are providing you a chill Friday today as we just really showcase some dope events that have happened throughout the last couple of weeks. And y'all have heard me talking about this. I mean, some of you may have seen we did a complete Day with Trae evening special, our first one with a panel of folks from X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X, having the pleasure of connecting with Anthony Davis and Kenneth Kellogg and Leah Hawkins and Ibidunni Ojakutu. I'm telling you, I had a ball. But going on opening night and seeing the community step out on their ones and twos, let me tell you, it was a phenomenon of not only Black culture, but it reminded me of the stories my grandmother would tell when she would say, look, y'all don't know how to do it. When we stepped out the house, we had our furs on, we showed up and showed out. Men came in suits. Oh, it was beautiful because this night at the opera was so reminiscent of that. And I'm telling you, you got a little bit of time to get your tickets. The last show is tomorrow at 7:30. But y'all, you got to check out how it went down on opening night at Seattle Opera for X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X. What's up, everybody? Trae Holiday here with Converge Media and, of course, the host of The Day with Trae. We are actually here on an evening out at Seattle Opera at X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X. Now, this is the opening night, y'all. So we are so excited that we are in the building. We're going to be talking to folks who are going to give us some anticipation of what they're going to expect before the show. And then after the show, I get the opportunity to talk to some folks to get their actual reaction. Now, the show is about 3 hours long, y'all, but we're going to give you the quick version so that y'all have another reason to get down here while X, The Life and Times of X is going on. So I am so excited to welcome y'all to X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X. Thank you so much for spending some time with me tonight. This is an iconic man, an iconic story. Tell us what you're looking forward to with X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X tonight.
I'm just looking forward to seeing it as an opera instead of somebody telling the story outside of just from the background and seeing it as song or as a musical.
I mean, this is the first time that a Black composer has been on the Seattle Opera stage, so we're so excited to share that with the Seattle community, and especially with Seattle's Black community. Show them that McCaw Hall welcomes them, that Seattle Opera welcomes them, and they're a part of what happens here. We can't do this without the community, and the Black community is part of that.
This is one of those stories that often isn't told on stages for the opera. Right. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that you may be looking forward to, because this is a story that reflects more Black culture. Right. I know opera's trying to get there, but this is one of those things that kind of opens the door. Since you are an opera goer, tell us what some of those differences that you may see here tonight that may not be in other operas you've seen.
I think that the one thing I'm going to be looking for are avenues of learning. Because I think that when you can take a situation like this, a genre like this, and be able to tell this story in today's age, it's going to be such a captivating story. And again, we're living in a time right now where books like that are being banned and not being allowed to be taught in school. And that's where I learned about it. So I'm hoping that there's going to be an educational piece to it, one that leaves people talking after they leave. And also, I just want to hear some great voices.
This is an iconic night. Tell us about some of those standouts for you with X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X.
Well, thank you so much, Trae, for having me here. So nice to see you again. You know, for me as a Muslim black man living in the United States, and also as an immigrant who moved here, there is so much finding of myself and finding of identity. For example, I connected with the name change part because I also changed my name to something that matched me, from, you know, a different name that I was given to one that resonated with me and worked for me. So Malcolm X, Alhaj Malik Shabazz has been my role model and somebody that I look up to every day. So it really spoke to my heart and it spoke to my soul, and this is the person that I am becoming. He has sort of shed light to what I want to be and who I see myself in.
The voices and the music is just amazing. And it was just a fabulous show, totally, Trayana. I just loved it, absolutely. And the story, we've heard it before. It was exactly like it's always been, but then the voices that expressed the information was phenomenal.
I was honestly like, whoa, are they throwing jazz in a classic opera? Like, I honestly, like, it was very much the genres. I can feel that 808. I was like, I could feel the little, like, okay, they're definitely reinventing the opera right now. I had inspiration in my mind already about like, ooh, if I were to do an opera or maybe co-present one, like how I wanted to sound. No, I definitely caught the jazz. I caught the style. I caught all the choices were really, really great.
All right, y'all, it's me again, Trae Holiday, and we are here at McCall Hall for X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X, and y'all heard from folks about what they were anticipating before they went into the show and some of those amazing reactions from the show afterwards. Now, y'all heard it from them, but I'll tell you from me, this is definitely a show that you want to come and see. This is a part of rich history for the world. So many folks think they know who Malcolm X was. Well, this story shows us a different viewpoint, y'all, and the music, the talent, top tier, top notch. You definitely want to get down here and see this show for yourselves. Don't take our word for it. We're just giving you some additional reasons why you get to buy your tickets while this show is still running. It's here for 2 weeks. Make sure you get your tickets today. Again, y'all, thanks for joining us. What an incredible night right here at McCall Hall for X, The Life and Times of Malcolm X. Oh, what a breath of fresh air. You know what, honestly, to hear from all of the folks who were anticipating what to expect before going in and then having their reactions. I mean, we heard from several folks who maybe weren't on that video that talked about the jazz notes. I know Miss Patricia Valentine definitely shared her sentiments, and it was so great to connect with so many y'all community members. I promise you, I don't think opening night of any opera has ever been that black. McCall Hall was filled with culture from the black community specifically, folks really coming through to dive into the story of Malcolm X through the opera. And for me, it was, I'm gonna tell you that the best part was the let out, right? Like they talk about that, when you're going out or whatever, but it was the let out because everybody was there, and when we were just starting, everybody wasn't there yet, right? And so it wasn't until the let out that I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all these faces. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It was so lit and it was so filled with positive energy from some phenomenal folks in and outside of Black community. It was a real showcasing of what we can do when we come together to have a good time. And it also was a real showcasing of opportunities for places and entities just like Seattle Opera, that open their doors in that way to share these different diverse stories. It's so important. And that was one of the big takeaways for me throughout this entire time of being able to connect with X, the Life and Times of X. I had the pleasure last night of actually having a conversation in front of a live audience with Dr. Ilyasa Shabazz, one of Malcolm X's daughters. She made that clear. She said, I'm not the daughter, I'm one of them. But it was beautiful to be able to have that conversation with her at the Renton IKEA Performing Arts Center and to really entice the audience with how she was upholding not just her father's legacy, because she said, I didn't set out to do that, but she was making a difference in her own right. You know, not only connecting with the panel as I shared before, and then being there to cover opening night, and then last night having that connection with Dr. Shabazz. This has been such an amazing example of what we can do when the intentionality meets the action. And I say that because sometimes entities are well intended, but what they actually come up with falls short, and specifically falls short in global majority communities that have oftentimes been excluded from these levels of art forms. So as someone who is a strong arts advocator, I just gotta say, kudos to Seattle Opera, because I don't want to miss, you started with the Black Market event. We also were there on the ground, Converge Media covering that event back in December, and then having all of these engagements. They were at Langston. I mean, they did another talk at the Opera Center. They were doing so many different engagements for X, the Life and Times of X, that it was really an example of what we can do when that intentionality meets action. So I'm so glad that we got to share with y'all a couple of amazing events that we got to not only participate in beforehand, like the Reign of Style, the Week Takeover, or all of the events that I've been able to do for Seattle Opera and in partnership with them for X, the Life and Times of X. But to be honest, it just was a beautiful thing. It's always a beautiful thing to be a part of community and be in community in that way. I'm going to wrap all of this up right after this short break, y'all. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Hello, welcome to Elite Insights with Carlos Imani. We're looking to offer an in-depth look at event production industry through the lens of client experiences and joint successes. The podcast will emphasize guest interviews, focusing on client, discussing their fields, and reflecting on their collaboration with Elite Collective. Again, you're with Elite Insights. Carlos Imani here. I'll see you guys in a few.
Seattle Opera presents X, the life and times of Malcolm X. The story of one of the most misunderstood figures in U.S. history comes to McCall Hall for an exceptional night at the opera. Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Anthony Davis produces an American classic with influences from classical music, jazz, pop, blues, and more. Don't miss X, the life and times of Malcolm X, February 24th through March 9th at McCall Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
Big Tobacco thinks they know everything. They think they know you, your community, the places you go, and the way that you spend your time. They think they got you all figured out, down to a formula, a calculation based off of numbers of what they think they know. Show them they're wrong. Learn more at theythinktheyknowyou.org.
Africatown Plaza is our latest affordable housing development project. It's 126 units of affordable housing over community commercial space.
It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this for 10 years, that I was able to design for people who look like me.
Africatown Plaza is a beacon of hope.
Africatown Plaza is a love letter to the community.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. Thanks for chilling with me on this Chill Friday. There's probably a greater word that begins with an F that I could have come up with, but Freeze Friday doesn't sound great, right? Nobody wants to freeze. So I'm just saying chill, because we like to just chill. Maybe not cold chill, but chill. Glad y'all were able to join me. And honestly, huge shout out to our Converge Media production team. Y'all, it takes a lot of work to cover so many events, but I love that Converge is staying true to why it was created. And it really was about uplifting all of this great work that's happening in our community, creating pieces like you got to see today by being intentional about being in community. And that's something that always resonates with me as a TV show host and producer here with Converge. It's important that we continue to utilize this platform to share with y'all the great things that are going on in community, the great people that are there, and the community overall that exists when we all pour in. So I'm inspired, y'all. I'm going to encourage you to be inspired too, because when you are a part of that participation, when you're a part of that collective, I promise you, not only will you find those who are of like mind, but you'll also be able to contribute to the greater good. And that's really what it's all about. I'm so grateful that I'm here with a media company who continues to showcase that greater good. Now, enjoy your weekend, y'all. For me, until Monday at 11 a.m. Peace.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.